Welcome to this new chapter. We are excited to have you here. It's a pleasure to present another relevant topic to help our students thrive on their post-secondary dreams. Our goal today is provide you with more tools and resources that you can use and support your students in high school in order to go to a university. My name is Ligia Sosa. I'm the Director of College Access here at the Indiana Latino Institute, and I oversee the education program and the health program here at the Indiana Latino Institute. Today, we have a special guest who's going to be presenting us everything related to the 21st Century Scholar Program and the cabinet at the university, at the Indiana University in Bloomington. Well, welcome. I would like to introduce you with Erika Araujo, and let's hear about you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Erica Araujo. I am the Special Projects Coordinator for the 21st Century Scholars Program here in IU Bloomington. So there's my information on the screen. If you'd like to write it down, if you need anything after this presentation, feel free to reach out. But in my role, I do a lot of the outreach to our students and communication. So I just make sure they know what's happening with the program, with newsletters, emails, on social media, things like that. I also connect with families during orientation just to make sure that they understand what we have to offer. In terms of 21st Century Scholarship offices, we are the largest in the state, and our staff has grown quite a bit in the past few years to support our scholars.
Thank you, Erika. Sounds like a wonderful opportunity for all of our students all across the state if they are looking to pursue higher education in Bloomington, Indiana University, right?
Yes. Okay. Well, I guess I'll start talking a little bit more about the program. Before I get really into the actual scholarship and what we do in the university, this is just something that to kind of refresh people's minds or just let them know if they're not familiar with the 21st Century Scholarship Program. It does come from the state, from the Commission of Higher Education does provide the scholarship. And they have this information here for students. This is just the stuff they have to do before getting into college. So while they're in high school, it used to be you have to enroll yourself in 7th or 8th grade, but now it's auto enroll. So you can find more information on how that works in the Commission for Education website. Just look up 21st Century Scholars Program. But while students are in high school, they have to meet these 4 requirements listed on here for grades 9 through 12. And all these requirements are fairly straightforward. They're all there to just kind of help students prepare for college. Things like creating a graduation plan, getting some work experience, filing FAFSA, those are all really important steps before coming to IU or to a university. While in high school, they do have to earn a GPA of 2.5 or above, complete the Scholar Track requirements, which are listed there, and then earn a Core 40 diploma. And the biggest thing is also completing the FAFSA. Every year, students need to complete the FAFSA before April 15th. That is what confirms their eligibility for the 21st Century Scholarship funds. Now, what does it cover? So the 21st Century Scholarship covers 100% flat rate tuition and mandatory fees for the university. Some extra things for IU Bloomington specifically, it does help students with fall and spring study abroad programs. So if students would like to go abroad for a semester or a couple weeks during the fall or spring semesters, they are able to use their scholarship. The tuition will be covered just like as if they were on campus in Bloomington. It does have to be an IU affiliate program, and IU does have hundreds of study abroad programs and opportunities for our students. It also covers additional fees like their common application fee, the IU intent to enroll fee, an admissions fee, and housing application. So this just allows students to have it just makes it easier for them lift some weight in terms of just what they need to apply for when they come to IU. So there's that. Now, Likia mentioned the covenant. So the covenant is something that IU Bloomington provides. We're the only university for IU that does this. It is a supplemental scholarship. So the covenant is it's a scholarship that's available to scholars who demonstrate an unmet financial need. So we know that a lot of our students, the cost of housing and room and board, meal plans, things like that can all get really expensive. So IU Bloomington created the covenant to kind of help students have those needs met and support them. This is interesting because it's automatic. It's not an application. So students do not need to apply for this scholarship. It is automatically applied to them, and it does not require, again, an application. The amount of the scholarship award varies for each student's financial aid profile that is determined through FAFSA. So once families complete the FAFSA, which is again a requirement for students to receive the 21st Century Scholarship, the university goes in and kind of sees what the family's expected contribution is. And if there's an unmet need there, as if they need more financial support, then they will award the covenant based off of that. So not every student receives the same amount. Some students receive more depending on their needs. Some students receive less, and that could be because of receiving a Pell Grant or other external scholarships. So that amount does vary.
This is amazing. I didn't know you don't need to have an application. This is really
Mm-mm.
important that the teachers and counselors know. See, for students at 21st century means they are eligible for covering
Mm-hmm.
and meeting all the needs that the university require, right? So this is
Yes.
really important, and I'm so glad you're telling us today because some of our students just dream to go to Bloomington. They have access
Mm-hmm.
to the 21st century, but they don't know all of this information, and it's information that is important and just need to take it.
Yes, it is an amazing opportunity. I believe about over 80% of students receive the Covenant Award that are 21st century. So for their freshman year, that will be awarded through their Bursar account and just will disperse through their Bursar account. And so that will go towards their housing and their meal plan. And what's great is that this is a scholarship that's all 4 years. So if students decide to move off campus their sophomore, junior, senior year, the amount they received their freshman year remains the same unless, family's financial income situation changes. But
Mhm.
typically it remains the same. And so students are able to use that money to help pay for their rent, their groceries, their gas, textbooks, anything extra that they may have. So it's really awesome because a lot of our students, it helps them really focus on their academics and focus on just being a student and not having to worry about that burden of having to pay bills. So it's a really great support for students for sure.
Definitely is fantastic. It's an amazing opportunity for all of them. And I'm so glad we're having this conversation today so we can inform everybody, all the teacher, counselors, and educators that are listening to this recording.
Mhm. Now, here's some more information about renewing the covenant after freshman year. That's really important. The biggest point, well, all of these are really important, but something that's really important is that students need to maintain continuous enrollment. So that means they need to start in IU Bloomington and stay in IU Bloomington as a student. Some students, let's say they're coming from Indianapolis and they're coming to Bloomington for school, and they decide for a semester, you know what, I want to move back to Indy for my fall semester of next year. They are at risk for losing their covenant scholarship. You must remain on campus and must remain enrolled in as a student at IU Bloomington. So you cannot take breaks. So that
Okay.
means students who are freshmen who are transferring in um, are not eligible for the covenant, or students who transfer out and back are not eligible anymore for the covenant. So it's really important that students understand that they have to start and stay in continuous enrollment. The covenant, again, that amount is determined through the FAFSA. Just like
Mhm.
the scholarship, students are required to complete the FAFSA by April 15th. Our office has support. We have connections with the financial aid office, so we'll actually do some FAFSA information sessions and get some experts in to help our students one-on-one and just give them information on completing the FAFSA. They need to meet their 21st century scholarship requirements by the state, and then they also need to maintain satisfactory academic progress. And what that means is just that they're keeping their grades up, they're keeping their GPA where it needs to be, which our students have done, and we have a really great support for that as well if students need academic support. This scholarship, so our office does not fund this scholarship. This actually comes from the university. So financial aid is the office that has the more information for students in terms of the covenant. So if people have questions or just wondering, how much they may or may not be receiving, the breakdown of the covenant, just more information about how that works in terms of the money side of it, definitely contact Student Central. That is the office that houses financial aid, and they're the ones equipped to answer all the financial aid side of things when it comes to the covenant.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit how much have to be the GPA, for example, the GPA is a minimum or have to be the 2.5 that is required?
It varies. It depends on the student's like their major in their school. So every school has a
Oh,
different kind of GPA that they require as a minimum. So this is something that they learn about when they meet with their academic advisors, and their
mhm,
advisors will let them know like, hey, you have a minimum of 2.0 GPA that you need to reach and maintain, or a 2.5 or 2.7. So it is something that is communicated to the students every time they're in advising appointments. They could also see it in their academic like student center and kind of see where they're at.
mhm.
Um, so it does vary. There's not like one answer for everyone,
Okay.
but they will know based on their program.
Okay, that's really interesting. So students and teachers, just we need to do FAFSA before April 15 to take advantage of
Mhm.
all of these benefits. It's like the benefit at the university and the benefit with FAFSA. And we need to understand to maintain that eligibility, we need to fill out FAFSA, right?
Yes, it is so important to fill out FAFSA. Don't delay. That's what we tell students. As soon as it opens, fill it out. Just in case you have any questions or you need to make corrections, you give yourself time to do that. Because sometimes it does take time. Sometimes students get stuck. FAFSA had some big changes in the past year. So a lot of students are we're all figuring it out as we go. So we just make sure that students try to complete it as soon as possible. We send out a bunch of emails and post on our social media letting students know please fill it out because it is important for them in terms of getting not only their 21st century scholarship, but also their covenant scholarship.
Thank you for sharing this information. It's really important to keep and track all of these steps in order to have a successful year, a successful 4 years at the university.
Yes, and we make sure that our students are aware. Like I said, we send out emails and newsletters to students. We always have advisors send out messages, personal messages, or through the newsletters reminding students, hey, don't forget that you need to enroll in classes by this time, or you need to be considering, schedule changes by this date, just making sure that you're reaching your credit requirement every year, things like that.
So this means the students never are alone and they don't have to explore and navigate everything by themselves. They always will have a guidance at the university to keep this in track. This is just a great tools.
Yes, so every student gets their major academic advisor, and then our scholars also get us on top of that. So they get our office and as support, they get advisors as support. If they need coaching, we have that available for our students.
Thank you for sharing this with us, Erika.
Yes, happy to. Like I said, here's some the resources and support our office has. So we have advisors. We have 3 academic advisors that are equipped to support students of all majors. We have a really holistic approach to advising. It's not just here are the classes you need to take. This is when you can take them. We really just make sure our students feel cared for. So they'll get to know the students, get to know their interests, check in and see how they're doing, if they're connecting with other students around campus. If they need any support, we make sure that we can help them get it. We have student organizations under 21st Century, like Leadership Corps and Think Tank. So if students want to find community within 21st Century, we have that. We have phase and tutoring, which is just a mentorship program, which we really recommend for our freshmen. They get paired with an upperclassman. And so they just get advice, tips, and tricks from someone who's been in their shoes not too long before them. And then tutoring, we have math tutoring, we have our interns help with chem tutoring. So we do have that available for our students. And like I mentioned, we do have coaching. So we have success coaches who are here on campus. There are 2 new roles, and their focus is on making sure that students have everything they need to succeed. Are they struggling in their classes? They'll meet with them and ask them, like what's happening? Do you need study tips? Do you need, support with family things that are happening? They are aware of all the resources on campus and can help connect students to that. and they just kind of encourage them and let them know that they are able to succeed, that there is support. And we'll do some programming. We'll have some fun social events for our students, our scholars to get to know each other. We'll have professional development. They'll get to do headshots and meet with these professional people that will come and help them develop their resumes. We'll do some just other activities and programs that connect students with local organizations or different partners around campus. So actually, Money Smarts is an office on campus. We're partnering with them soon to do some financial wellness workshops for our students and help them gain some financial literacy skills. So there's a lot our office offers for students to get support, to be successful, and just to get the help that they need and just know that we're here for them.
This is fascinating. As we talked about before, it's like the students always have a great support in there, having advisories, the student organizations, have tutoring, coaching, programming, and now financial smart is they're getting ready. They're getting really well
Mhm.
prepared for the workforce.
Yes, yes. We try to help them as much as we can, connect them to as many resources as we can. We love seeing our students succeed, and just know that they have our support. Um, but is there anything else, Lika, you have to ask for 21st century?
No, I'm definitely so grateful for the big overview that you gave us today about the program. I think it's really important just to keep in track and understanding how can we support our students, and if we have brilliant students that they are looking for a higher education and they are eligible for this one, encourage them just to apply for the university and look for these resources that they're out there. And we heard that the students are not going to be alone. They're going to have the support that they need. So dropping off the school is not going to be a choice because they're going to be guiding all of the steps in. And if we have a brilliant students, they will have the resources to pursue and achieve the goal of graduation, right?
Yes. And if any teachers and counselors have questions, our website, IUB21CS at iu.edu is actually our email. That's a great place to reach out to us directly, but our website as well, just 21st Century Scholars Program, IU Bloomington. If you look that up, we come up right away. We have a really extensive FAQ page that just answers a lot of general questions that people have. What's the breakdown of the covenant? What does my scholarship cover? What are my requirements? What do I have to do? Or what support is there available? We have that all listed on our website. You can see our staff on there and see our wonderful team and like what we do to support our scholars, get to know us a little bit. But any questions, our website is always the first place I recommend. My information's on the screen. If you want to reach out directly to me, I'd be happy to connect with any students and help answer their questions. But we do have a really wonderful program that's been really successful. And we hope to see it grow and just continue to support our students and our 21st century scholars.
Thank you so much, Erika, for this valuable information that you share with us today. We definitely encourage our students here in the Coaching 101 program to participate, to be active. And if you have students that haven't applied for the university yet and they are steps behind, no, just reach out to us here at the Indiana Latino Institute. We can put you in contact. We can put all the efforts together in order so they can go to university for the next fall. And definitely, we have wonderful connections here with the Indiana University in Bloomington. So we would like to connect you with them and support you if you guys are missing the information from Erica or need to connect with somebody with IU Bloomington. We are more than happy to put you in contact with. And all the resources that we have in Indiana Latino Institute, remember, they are absolutely free. The applications for university applications process, we can help your students to achieve their dreams. And thank you for being with us today. We really appreciate your interest in and the effort that you are performing in the schools because we know that your job is valuable. We appreciate it. And thank you for making post-secondary dreams come true in our high schoolers.
Yes, thank you guys so much for the work that you do. We really appreciate our counselors and our teachers that connect our scholars to us as a university and just what we have to offer in the scholarship itself. It's a wonderful opportunity And we're just really grateful that we have staff like you guys that can help our students. And I'm really happy to be here in this recording and just talking about the program. And for having a wonderful partner like the Indiana Latino Institute and Ligia to help us kind of talk about our program.
Thank you so much, Erica, for the wonderful job that you do at the university and for supporting our community. And we will have you in the next one. And thank you so much at Indiana University of Bloomington. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.